Okay, so we stopped right here where we cross multiplied and we got A sine of big B is equal to little b sine of big A. Now we have to figure out what we are looking for. Well, we're looking, in this case, we only use A and B's. So we already have little a, we already have big B, we already have big A. So the thing we are looking for in this case is little b. So we're going to isolate that. In other words, we are going to get it by itself. So I'm going to divide both sides by sine of A. Remember, when you divide by a trig, you cannot break the trig and the angle, in this case letter A, apart. It comes as a package. It comes together. And whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other side. And in this case, this cancels out. So you officially get B is equal to little a sine of big B all over sine of big A, which is what we have here, right here, this part. All I did was just flipped it, same thing. Now all we have to do is just substitute, so it becomes B is equal to, what is little a? Well, little a is 50 sine of big B, which is 36 over sine of big A. And what is big A? 58. Okay, so this is where you use your calculator. Remember, first of all, you see a fraction, so you should go ahead and start typing alpha y equals enter. You need to do those keystrokes. Now, your calculator is different from the one that's going to show on mine here. Mine doesn't have alpha y equals enter, so I'm going to have to adjust it. Alright, so if we look at this, I'm going to do it differently, but you do your alpha y equals enter. So if I look at this, I'm going to have 50 sine of 36. Remember, I'm doing it differently from y'all. I don't have alpha y equals enter, but you do. So you go ahead and do it the alpha y equals enter way. Divided by, on your part, you're going to put at the bottom, you're going to put that as the denominator, sine of 58. Press enter. And for this class, I want 3 decimal places, so we get 34.655 meters. Everyone should have gotten that. For side B, it is going to be 34.655 meters. Okay, so I'm going to go up here and write it in there. B is 34.655 meters. Alright, so that's my little b. Now I'm going to get little c, using the exact same thing. But you always want to use the info that was given to you. So I'm going to go back to the A and use that with the A angle and set it as a proportion to my C angle and little c. You don't want to use the 34.655 because mainly what happens if you get this wrong? If you got your B incorrect, your side B incorrect, and you use that to calculate your side C, well, guess what side C is going to be? It's going to be incorrect. So you want to go ahead and go back to your given info. So let's go ahead and go back. I'm going to erase some of this stuff. Okay, so now we are going to use this ratio. We're going to use little a over sine of big A, but instead of setting it equal to the B info, we're going to set it equal to the C info in this case right here, this part. Same thing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So it's going to be equal to little c over sine of big C. Alright, so let's go ahead and basically cross multiply. It doesn't matter which way you cross multiply. I can do these two first, as long as you cross multiply both. So if I do those two, I get little c sine of big A equals, cross multiply these, little a sine of big C. Okay, I'm looking for my last piece of info, which is little c, so I'm going to isolate that by dividing both sides by sine of A. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. That's why. What happens right here on the left-hand side is that the sine of A's cancel each other out, leaving you with C, or little c in this case, is equal to little a sine of big C over sine of big A. Okay, so if we do this, we are going to substitute now. So let's plug in. So if we plug in, we get little a, which is 50, sine of big C, so sine of, in this case, big C is 86 degrees, over sine of big A, which is 58 degrees. Alright, so if we plug all of that in the calculator again, alpha y equals enter, we're gonna get our little c. So let's check it out. I'm going to say 50 sine of 86 divided by sine of 58, and we get 3 decimal places, so 58.815. $58.815. meters. Alright, so that's what we get for side C. 58.815 meters. Please don't forget your units because I do take off if you don't remember your units. Alright, so we have found the remaining piece of info, which was big A, little b, and little c. For some of you all visual people, you may need to draw the picture of a triangle. That's fine. That's just a lot more work. And if we check each side, remember what I said yesterday, the largest angle, in this case, it's 86 degrees, so that means that side C should be the longest side. Let's check. 86 degrees is angle C, so little c is going to have to be the biggest side. Is that true? It is. The smallest angle is B, which is 36 degrees, so the smallest side should be B. Is that true? Very good. And then angle A is the middle size angle, and that's supposed to be the angle or the side in the middle between the highest and the shortest and the longest, and that is true. So just a quick checking to see if it makes sense, and then you can go on to the next one. Alright, so for the remainder of the class, you are responsible. I know I did one, but that was a lot for us to find. So you will be responsible for doing number 8, number 8, and number 11. Number 8 and number 11. Notice what number 8 says. Number 8 says 2. It gives you angle B, angle C, side B. It says find side A. Okay. Sometimes before you have to find side A, you may have to find something else first. So please keep that in mind. Also for number 11, it says it gives you angle A, angle B, side A. It says find side B. Okay, sometimes, I'm not saying all the times, but sometimes you may have to find something else before you actually find your answer. Remember, round to 3 decimal places, and those will be the 3 that I will grade for your pop quiz. The one that we did together, which was number 1, number 8, and number 11. Don't forget your units. And I hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a good day.